everyone, it's Seji, and today I will be talking about my most anticipated 2020 releases. I have managed to keep it somehow down to a top 5, and looking back now, most of these are rather morbid or dark, but I guess that's on brand. Either way, I will be talking about them in ranked order, ending with my most anticipated release, so let's just jump into it. Number 5 is The Year of the Witching by Alexis Henderson. The book is set in the lands of Bethel, where the word of the prophet is law. Here, Emanuela Moore's very existence is blasphemy. Her mother's union with an outsider of a different race cast her once proud family into disgrace. Therefore, Emanuela does her best to worship the Holy Father, follow holy protocol, and lead a life of submission, devotion, and absolute conformity, same as all the other women in the settlement. But a mishap lures her into the forbidden dark woods surrounding Bethel, where the first prophet chased and killed 4 powerful witches. Their spirits are still lurking there, and they bestow a gift upon Emanuela. The journal of her dead mother, who Emanuela is shocked to find once sought sanctuary in those woods. Fascinated by the secrets in the diary, Emanuela finds herself struggling to understand why her mother once consorted with the witches. But when she starts to learn grim truths about the church and its history, she realizes that the true threat to Bethel is its own darkness. And so she starts to understand that if Bethel is to change, it must start with her. I am so excited for this. There are actually quite a couple of witch books that will be coming out next year, and this one sounds like the most promising. So yeah, I can't wait. The Year of the Witching is set to come out on the 21st of July. Number 4 is Mexican Gothic by Silvia Moreno-Garcia, and can we just take a moment to just appreciate this cover? Oh my gosh, I mean, whoa, the colors, the atmosphere, it should be made illegal to make such beautiful covers. Anyway, after receiving a frantic letter from her newlywed cousin, begging for someone to save her from a mysterious doom, Noemi Taboada heads to High Place, a distant house in the Mexican countryside. She's not sure what she will find. Her cousin's husband, a handsome Englishman, is a stranger, and Noemi knows little about the region. She's also an unlikely rescuer. She's a glamorous debutante, and her chic gowns and perfect red lipstick are more suited for cocktail parties than for sleuthing. But she's also tough, smart, and has an indomitable will, and she's not afraid. Not of her cousin's new husband, who is menacing and alluring. Not of his father, the ancient patriarch, who seems to be fascinated by Noemi. And not even of the house itself, which begins to invade Noemi's dreams with visions of blood and doom. Her only ally in this inhospitable abode is the family's youngest son. Shy and gentle, he seems to want to help Noemi, but he might also be hiding some dark knowledge about his family's past. The family's once colossal wealth and mining empire kept them from prying eyes. But as Noemi digs deeper, she unearths stories of violence and madness. However, mesmerized by the terrifying yet seductive world of High Place, Noemi might find it impossible to ever leave this enigmatic house behind. Number 4 is Empire of the Vampire by J. Christoph. 27 years have passed since the last sunrise, and so for almost 3 decades the creatures of the night have walked the day without fear. Once humanity fought bravely against the cold-blood legions, but now they exist only in a few scattered settlements. Gabriel de Leon is the last of the Silver Saints, a holy order dedicated to defending realm and church now completely destroyed. Imprisoned now for the murder of the vampiric king, Gabriel is charged with telling the story of his life. His tale spans years, from his youth in the monastery in Saint Michel to the forbidden love that spelled his undoing, and the betrayal that saw his order annihilated. Most importantly, Gabriel will tell of his discovery of the Grail, The legendary cop prophesied to bring an end to the eternal night. But the grill was no simple chalice, and its secret was held by a smart-mouthed teenage urchin called Dior. Their journey with an unlikely band of allies would see Dior and Gabriel forge an unbreakable bond and send the broken paragon on a road to redemption. But now the grill is shattered, and with the cup of the savior destroyed and the last silver saint awaiting execution, what can bring an end to this unholy empire? So I actually missed the complete wave of vampires a couple of years ago, and so now that there's this new adult fantasy series about vampires, I'm going to take my chances. It's been called The Bastard Love Child of Interview with the Vampire, The Road, and The Name of the Wind. I have no idea what that means. But it sounds like it's going to be really messed up, and that's just the way I like it. The Empire of the Vampire comes out on the 3rd of September. Number 2 is The Memory of Babel, written by Christelle Dabos and translated from the French to the English by Hildegard de Selle. This is book 3 in the Mirror Visitors Quartet, which is one of my all-time favorite fantasy series. I read book 1 and 2 back in May and absolutely loved it. The series is about a young woman named Ophelia who lives in a world that has been shattered by something called the Rupture. Now humanity lives on arcs and are governed by what is called their family spirit. On each arc, people have the same powers that are related to either time or space. Ophelia, for instance, is from the arc Anima and is able to read the history of objects when she touches them, and she can also travel small distances by walking through mirrors. At the start of book 1, Ophelia is set to get married off to someone from another arc, which is actually something rather rare. Either way, she slowly starts to realize that she merely is a pawn in a scheme so big she never could have imagined it. This is such an amazing series. The magic system is so unique, and so it's very exciting to learn more about it. So if you're looking for a good YA fantasy series, then I would definitely recommend this. And finally, my most anticipated book of 2020 is The Death of Vivek Oji by Akwaeke Emezi. I read their YA book Pet a couple of months ago and absolutely fell in love with their writing, and I am so excited for this book. My voice even cracked. And you know what the best thing about this is? They are publishing this book with Riverhead Books, which means that I get to read it in a couple of weeks already, and my voice is cracking again. I'm so excited. Okay, so let me tell you what this book is all about. The story actually starts with Vivek Oji's end, with his naked body shrouded on his mother's doorstep. The book moves backwards through time to unpick the story of his life and the mystery surrounding his death. It is said to be a fresh, engaging novel about the innocence of youth and how it clashes with culture and expectation. It's the story of a Nigerian childhood quite different from what we've ever read before. Ugh, I can't tell you how awesome it is for me to see all these Nigerian authors. I mean, it makes me so freaking happy to be able to read these books. Yeah, so anyway, those were all of the books I wanted to talk about. Let me know if any of these interest you. Thank you very much for watching. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you in the next video.